everyone, this is Cass and Jamie in the middle with Cass and Jamie.
Hi.
How you guys doing?
Yes, Jamie.
Yay, just a reminder, in case anyone forgot. So, I believe it was Super Bowl tonight, just recently.
If you believe it was.
Oh, okay,
Like
well, I don't know.
It's like Super Bowl. Hence the shirt I'm for my Titans.
I was told to wear a cap, just to be sporty and everything. Well, anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was fun. I know it was a little different because obviously...
Hope you see one.
Yes,
whichever one that was. We're for you.
Listen, we decided to go a little lighter with the next show because we've been going a little heavy. Yeah, so we wanted to go lighter, discuss some fun articles we found, and let's just hope you enjoy them as much as we did. All right, so have a look, enjoy, and let us know. Subscribe, like, bye. Hi everyone, this is Cass and Jamie. And in the middle with Cass and Jamie.
How you guys doing?
Hope everyone's all right. How are you, Jamie?
I'm doing fine. But before we get started today, let's make sure that you hit that button, that subscribe button, and also the bell to make sure that you're notified when our next episode is posted. So, with that, let's get started.
Yay! We said everything we're supposed to say at
And
the
we won't
beginning.
get in trouble.
And yes, because we're constantly being, you guys keep forgetting to say it, keep forgetting to say it. Well, and we want you to like it. Or maybe not. I don't know. It's not like we're doing it for ourselves, right? Look at this. Look what we've got. Look what we've got. We've got new cards.
Yeah.
Yay! Hey, listen, all fun and games, but let's start. And I think what we've been so serious lately about everything, let's cheer up a bit and let's talk about something a little bit easy. Nice, warm, comfortable, funny, things like that.
Not the that we usually talk about. We're going to talk about fun stuff
dying,
today. So we're going to call
this.
it the lightning round of fun facts or stories that are going on around the world.
I'm going to tell you, hold on while I remember. This story comes from, wait, South Carolina, but it's North Charleston.
Yes. Yay, she got it right.
Whoa, it took me a while to practice because I was like, what? Everything's happening in north of Carolina? Then I was like, but it can't be anyway.
It's very typical of the South, especially, we pick 5 names and we just use them over and over again.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Anyway, what was the story?
The story was lovely. So there's a gentleman who's a principal of his high school. Mm-hmm. And in order to help his students that are coming from low-income families, he decided to take a second job. And he's working at Walmart during the night, shelving things, which is amazing. Right. I thought that was worth mentioning because, to be honest, I don't know if I can do it. Personally, I'm not, I don't think I have it in me.
Well, let's face it, teaching is a full-time job, obviously, but it's not just 9 to 5. I mean, it's hours beyond that, getting ready for your classes.
Like you mean like it's a calling.
Yeah.
I would think it's a calling,
well,
right?
And this is coming from a guy who has multiple family members who are teachers. I come from on both sides of my family.
I don't know
my
that.
My dad and my mom's side, we have many teachers from our family. And so this is a really important thing, and to celebrate our teachers. But we're talking about a man who's not doing this just for his own sake. He's doing this to raise money and get more money for his kids.
Yes.
You talk about sacrifice and the heroes that we have today in our culture.
And the manager at Walmart who was hiring him and said that from the beginning it was obvious that he's a little different to a lot of our staffers, and then they found out what he is, that he is a principal in school.
It wasn't like he went in there like, I'm
by
this
the way,
principal.
this is,
Yeah, he went in there just, below the radar.
Yeah, he just went in there because that's exactly what he wanted to do. Is
not
to make
trying
sure,
to be a hero.
No, not at all. But I think he definitely is. I think that's a correct word. He's the hero of our days, superhero of now.
Absolutely, and we salute you, sir.
And so on top of all of that, Walmart then decides to give him $50,000 for his cause.
For the school.
And he said that he's not planning on stopping working at Walmart for the time being. He's going to continue his job, and he feels like it's a very important thing for him to do.
Yeah, Walmart's a good company. It's a good company to work for.
Bravo. I think really worth our applause.
Yeah, it is really worth our applause, and you're right. Yes.
Yay! Okay, well that was lovely. I think it was a great story. But tell me, what else have you got for us?
So we have the next story is this guy. I think we have an image that will show up on the screen here. This guy who was a former climber who's now in a wheelchair from an accident that he had.
I think a car accident, Joe.
Yeah, car accident, and now just to prove that he still can do these kinds of things, he still can be involved in climbing. He's climbing the outside of a skyscraper, pulling himself up, sitting in his wheelchair by ropes. And I can't even begin how he had enough upper body strength to even do this, but he went up 800 feet on this building on the outside, pulling himself on ropes.
That's crazy.
I mean, just think about this. This isn't like whenever you see guys that are climbing up ropes and so forth in the military or doing some kind of training or whatever, they're always using their legs and they're swinging and so forth. We're talking about dead weight because he can't move his legs, and it's all upper body strength here, and he did that 800 feet up.
I mean, come on,
That's
listen.
high.
Yes. Well, first of all, that's high. It's extremely difficult. I can't even fathom the idea of pulling myself once or twice, you know.
I can't either. I mean,
I just think it's
I'm laughing with you.
it's impossible for me, I think. So, but I think that the goal was also to show that people with disabilities and limitations of some kind are still able to do a lot, and I think he was raising that awareness, and that's amazing. I believe he wanted to go higher, but he wasn't able to finish go straight up to the roof, unfortunately, because the weather didn't permit him. It was too strong of a wind. I think the ropes were getting mixed up, and oh my God, no, I cannot. And the chair was swinging too hard, so it was just becoming too difficult. But the fact that it was 800 feet up, it's
just. I mean, that's the 250 feet taller than the Washington Monument.
That's insane.
And that's 555 feet. I mean, so and I'm afraid of heights. You might as well just go ahead and shoot me. I just could not do this. This would kill me. I mean, I'm a dead man at climbing.
Oh my God.
I would have only gotten 10 feet up, so it would have been that would have been the end of me. So,
but great for him, and I think that's an amazing thing. And the fact that I think he you mentioned the fact that he was a climber before, and I think people with such determination always continue and try to continue, and that's to their health and benefits. So he's keeping his strength up and definitely bringing awareness to a very great point. And I think that others definitely have chances to do something.
Never give up.
Never give up, for sure.
And you don't let other people's limitations that they put on you, you put them on yourself. So
absolutely.
Going on to our next story. Guess what you have next for us?
Oh, okay. Well, I like this one. This is coming out of France. So, a small village, and hold on, let me grab this because I will never, unfortunately, remember the name of the city, the little village that this person decided to give. So it's basically, it's a village called La Chambon-sous-Lignon. I apologize to all French speakers because obviously French is not my first or third or any language, so I apologize. But the story is that a Jewish refugee was hiding in this village, and this village got known for taking in and hiding refugees from the Nazis. So for many, many years, this was been happening. And so this gentleman was hidden by this family, helped out, and eventually was able to move away. They moved to Lyon. He got married to a French lady. And 92 years later, as he passed away, he just donated $2 million to this village to thank the people and to thank the village for helping them out and making his life possible.
Right.
I think it's absolutely amazing, and he didn't want this to be sort of publicized, known, but obviously it got out. And I think the fact that things like that happen around the world is amazing.
Yeah, and the true heroes in the world to me are the ones that are doing the things under under the radar, quietly making a difference in people's lives, not wanting any kind of recognition, not trying to get publicity and so forth. But then, of course, we're publicizing this, but that had nothing to do with him or his family or wanting to publicize this. This is getting a good story out, and these are the good people. And
we're talking about something that happened sort of, many years ago.
Yeah.
Many years ago. This is not a news story. It's not like they've helped him out, half a year ago or a year ago, or even 10 years ago, many years ago.
That debt was never forgotten, and it has been paid back.
Yes, so anyway, that's great. I thought that was fascinating.
That's a fantastic story. Okay.
All right.
So
what do you have? Come on.
Our next story is a little bit more fun, a little bit lighter. We have a great picture here, and you're going to see this iguana. Yellow iguana, who is a fashion model and doing a fashion show this morning, and just I thought this was just so interesting. So it just lets us know that even our
I'd like to say I can't even pose like that.
I know, yeah, and so confidently too.
I know. I think it's so cute. It is adorable.
And how did you get that yellow? Because he's an iguana. Anyway, so anyway.
Where's that coming from? Out of Thailand, right?
It's coming out of
Thailand.
Nice.
Thailand. Okay.
So it's the Thailand. So we're trying to be a little bit more international, not just a U.S. centric. So on top of that, we're going to move into another animal story, which we thought was kind of fun.
Tell us.
This is really, really sweet. This is the story of a dog in Turkey whose owner was taken to the hospital, was sick, and the dog stayed outside the hospital doors waiting for his owner to come out, and would go every day and spend all day at the hospital doors waiting for his owner and so forth.
What was that movie with Richard Gere? Oh God, man! It was a very similar story, but the dog was waiting for many years. Anyway, I'm sorry I interrupted you, but it's so cute. It's all reminds me.
No.
Wrong
story.
I think a slap's
I don't
coming this
know.
way.
I mean, like what? I mean, like
that's
all Richard Gere movie. I can think that and American
in...
Gigolo. I mean, whatever other movies you know.
I'd like to find out who the dog was in that movie, but you know what? Let's move on to the
Jason Alexander. But anyway, but anyway, a great story. So, this is why we love our animals. This is why they're so important. They're part of our families. They're just, and people talk about, oh, it's just a dog. No, they're an important part of our family, and we're an important part of their lives. And so, it's just a great story. One of those feel-good stories that you like to hear about.
A little bit. But thankfully, the patient survived, came out, the owner, and then they've met and they went home and
then they took the dog to
good.
pound. Anyway, no, I was joking.
I took it to McDonald's to celebrate.
I'm stopping right now. So anyway, let's go on to the next story.
Okay, so the next story. Ladies, I think this is going to be very much for you or anyone who likes to dress up in wedding dresses. I don't know. There are people that like to dress up, whether it's Halloween or whatever. And if that dress is
Tuesday,
or
whatever,
right? And you want to celebrate, but whatever. And basically, well, I don't know. You know what? Sometimes it happens. You have this favorite costume of yours. You put it on, and then you decide to save it. Anywho, this lady is sitting there talking with her daughter, and at some point decides to show her wedding dress. And they were looking through the pictures and the wedding dress, and so she goes and opens up the package that she had the dress in. She I guess she took it to the dry cleaners. They packed it up for her, and so she sort of had it for a time. And then 14 years down the line, she decides to show this dress, and then opens up the box, and turns out that it's not her dress. Can you imagine? It's funny because I've never actually had a wedding dress, so it doesn't resonate with me just yet, maybe. But at some point, maybe it will. But all right, so it's not the dress. But then I'm guessing if the memories are all there and you don't actually have the dress that you were wedded, well, I'm assuming she wants to pass it on to her daughter or her granddaughter or whatever. But seriously?
Well, it's a great story, but let me tell you something. She got more press over the lost dress than she would have ever gotten. It's like, oh, look, it's the same dress. It's like, oh, so you made a much more interesting story.
Well, that's true, but imagine this. So I think she put up posters, and basically she's trying to locate her lost dress.
Lost and found. Lost dress, please. You've seen walking around
the city going, have you seen this dress?
Have you seen this dress?
It's been lost 14 years ago.
Put it on milk cartons and everything.
I think it's adorable that she's
it's just adorable.
Yeah, it's cute. But yeah, the wedding dress story, amazing. Huh? Okay, well, listen, I need you to tell me. There's one story that is baffling to me. Absolutely baffling.
I think there's a lot of stories that's baffling.
Yeah, but anyway. this particular one is insane. I've read it, and by the way, guys, we're gonna have links to those stories and to the articles, so you'll be able to actually follow up. And because me and Jamie are not giving you the details we're just giving you the highlight. But obviously you can find those links, and you'll be able to follow up if you'd like to.
This is disturbing, interesting, disturbing, sad, funny, and weird.
I know.
It's the whole gambit.
So basically, a woman was ruled dead in 2017. And I believe that's also in France. They've got something going on in France. Well, this particular one is definitely weird. So the previous story in France was really good. This one, on the other hand, is not showing France in the best of lights. Anyway, she's presumed dead even though she is very healthy, up and alive. Now, obviously, due to that, she's having a lot of difficulties, a lot of problems. She basically
not with her health, but with her trying.
Not
just
the
trying
fact
to
that
live.
she is like
a zombie woman going.
No, she's just like having issues. So she basically she can't. Her husband can't use their bank account because they're
Frozen?
No, it's like a what is it? Merge. What is it called when the husband and wife get a
Joint.
Joint. Thank you. Sorry, the words. Joint account. He can't use it because they're going through the rulings of the fact of that she's not dead, but she is dead, paper-wise. It all came about because of some kind of lawsuit that was brought on by a former employee that was fired 20 years ago by somebody previously working or being the boss in the same company as this woman is. Now, this woman that's supposedly dead, she wouldn't give the name of the person who was the allegedly dead. Well, no, she is declared dead by the French.
Well, she's declared dead, but she's.
But it's funny because they declared her dead without any proof, so it's not like there was a certificate of death or anything. So she's having a lot of issues while she is in fact alive. Yeah. Her lawyer's trying to fight it. She's also getting fines for it because of some kind of legal processes. Because of the lawsuits for the woman that got fired apparently unfairly. This one had nothing to do with it. Anyway, mind-boggling, extremely disturbing. But yes, she in fact is very much alive, and it's 2021, by the way. Just wanted to remind you. And the woman was called dead and ruled out dead in 2017.
You know what disturbs me the most about this? I mean, and this is one of the reasons why people hate government and bureaucracy, because obviously this is a bureaucracy nightmare gone awry, off on steroids.
And she can't get a job. She can't do anything.
Yeah,
she has to sit at home and
so
hope that they won't come and take her furniture out.
I was like, well, I'm a ghost. It's like just go haunt the bureaucracy. So anyway,
okay, we've got a couple more stories to tell you, and do you want to do the lottery one? I think it's also very cute. This is a very quick one.
Yeah, the lottery. This guy in Idaho that has won the lottery 6 times, and I can't even win the lottery. I can't even win $5 on a scratch off. I mean, I can't do any of that. I would never. And it's just not my thing. But I mean, I would never. I'm not that kind. But can you imagine being 6 times? Somebody, you kind of look sideways.
He's winning like 250,000, like 500,000. So nothing like extremely massive, but still huge amount of. I mean, like massive by in the sense that it's not like
it's not life-changing, altering beyond belief, but like some of these things, like the $1 billion that was just
right. But so it's not like that kind of amount of money. But at the same time, he's constantly playing, and he's playing and using this money to help his daughter's school.
Yeah.
And so this particular last win that is 250,000, he's going to keep for his daughter's education. But previous wins that he had, he's been putting them into the school system within in where he lives.
Well,
yeah.
And that's so great because you hear all these stories where these people that win major lotteries and so forth, and the money, they blow it, or it's stolen from them, or it's taken from them, and they lose it in some kind of way, whichever way it is, or the families start fighting over it. And
the third cousins become best friends.
Oh yeah, or family members that are coming out of the woodwork that you never knew that existed, and best friends you never had. So I'm glad to see that this money. He's smart enough to be able to use the money for good. So
yeah, I know. All right, listen, that was fabulous, but we have 2 more stories, and I want you to go with this one because I actually really like the last one.
Okay, I'll go with this one. It's a very American story. So we have this gemstone that was found in the southern part of Brazil, and I don't know about you and the people that are out there, but when I grew up, I was in kindergarten. That's when Sesame Street came out, and we all know the characters from Sesame Street from our childhood.
Who's that yellow big one?
That's Big Bird.
Okay.
So, I mean, I know all of them. I mean, but it's just part of our childhood and so forth. And it's been even another thing. So, there was this gemstone that was found, aggregate that was found in the southern part of Brazil.
Okay.
And when they cut the stone in 2 and they opened it up, it looks exactly like Cookie Monster. So, Cookie Monster was one of the characters from Sesame Street from all those years ago, and still is on Sesame Street. And, so this stone looks like the blue, googly-eyed little Sesame Street character that we all loved. So, anyway, I thought that was a fun story.
I was trying to watch them. I think at some point they had them, well, they definitely had them in UK. In London when I was there, but I was getting a little up there. I mean, 13 probably not you couldn't get off Sesame Street, but I did watch a little bit of them in Moscow, I believe.
Yeah,
but
my freshman year of college, they were the ones that helped me get through some of the things I needed to learn in Spanish and everything else.
Oh, really?
No. Actually, yes. Anyway,
Okay.
So next story.
Well, this is the one I think is absolutely fantastic story. Okay. Imagine Canada. Imagine a library. We might have to have a little sign at the bottom somewhere going, a library is brought to you from Wikipedia.
Two not too exciting topics to begin with. Canada and...
Well, I don't know. I've only been to Canada once and I loved it, so whatever you're saying. I don't know. Wait. So, in Canada, in a library, and an 82-year-old book was returned, Dr. Dolittle. 82 years overdue. Can you blimming imagine? I could not. Well, first of all, it was like, what the fuck? Excuse me, F. The library is still there. Who goes to libraries these days?
I know, it's like
and for youngsters, this is not a library of your music, okay, or podcasts and things like that. No, this is where actual books are collected in all kind of genres, and you can go pick up a book, take it home, read it, and then come back and return it. This book was returned 82 years later. I was like shocked.
And the library, they checked it out, was still working.
Yeah.
And the Canadian officials came in, they fined the person $3,000 and they had them arrested.
Well, no, there was a fine. There was a fine that came out. It was like 3,000 Canadian dollars, but it's just obviously now nobody's taking it. But the library is trying to find out who actually took the book out originally, and to see how the story and the history of the book and the journey of the book.
Which I thought was interesting so far, but we
might
might
actually see a Hollywood movie coming out called Dr. Dolittle in Paper Journey Through Canada.
Well, the thing is, the interesting
thing... hard copy, or whatever, what is it called?
It's like, it's kind of like Where's Waldo?
This book
that's going
How
around.
to do it in Canada.
We're so dating ourselves, because I'm sure that a lot of the younger generation that's out there that's watching is like, what's the library? But no, so what's the library book? And the fine and what?
Yeah.
And checking these things out, because they never had those kinds of things, and obviously that was part of our childhood.
Yes, but guys, this is it from us this time round, and we hope to hear from you. Please subscribe, like, or not, or whatever, somewhere at the bottom.
Go like this.
But yeah, we would like it. And obviously, send us any thoughts or any topics you'd like us to discuss. We'd love to take them on. Any questions you have for us, we'd love to answer. So, see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Okay, guys, listen. We've got something special for you for next within our next episode. Mm-hmm. As you know, we were on a trip a couple of weeks ago, and we shot some stuff in the car as we were driving and chatting, and we thought it might be interesting for you guys to see.
We shot some videos. We didn't shoot things. We shot some
professional
lingo.
No. None of this kind of shooting. But so we have something for you. It was, we think it might be very cute and interesting.
Yeah, some interesting things that we came across, and some things that
we almost got run over, by the way. Just but you'll see it
twice. We had to pull over. So anyway, but come and see if we survive.
All right. See you guys. Enjoy the episode. Bye.
Bye.